In Starfield, character progression is marked by skills. There are 82 skills in total, spread across 5 skill trees: physical, social, combat, science, and tech. During the average playthrough, you may mix and match skills from different disciplines, but what if you were limited to just one skill tree? In today's video, I will answer the question, can you beat Starfield with only physical skills? The rules of this challenge are as follows. When leveling up, points may only be spent in the physical skill tree. Next, I can only use companions when they are required by the story. And most importantly, my playthrough should prioritize using physical skills to advance in the game. For example, the boxing skill, which governs unarmed combat, falls under the physical skill tree, so I cannot use weapons against enemies. For my background, I chose the bouncer because it starts with 2 physical skills, boxing and fitness to increase available oxygen or stamina for sprinting and punching. The third skill, security, is not an issue as long as I avoid any locks above novice difficulty. All 3 traits that I picked grant a health and oxygen boost of some kind to help with durability and stamina. Alien DNA for a permanent stat increase at the expense of food and healing items being less effective. Serpent's Embrace for a temporary boost after each grav jump. As much traveling is involved in the story, I never had to worry about going into battle without it. And since most of the action happens on the ground, I chose Terra Firma. I named my character Brick after what his punches feel like to those unfortunate enough to cross him. Like I do every playthrough, I started this quest with a hearty meal.
Hey, that was my sandwich!
As the pirates descended, I charged at them like Leroy Jenkins in a spacesuit and rained fists down upon them. After the fight, Barrett gives me a job offer, a watch, and a ship. Talk about a signing bonus. I set a course for Crete to take care of the local pirate problem. Inside the hideout, I bashed enough skulls to level up. At level 2, I put my first skill point into wellness to further increase my max HP. I reached the roof and made quick work of Brogan the pirate boss. Before starting the next mission, I grinded some more levels until I unlocked rejuvenation for a small amount of health regeneration outside of combat. My strategy to clear the Staryard was to beat up a few enemies, retreat to the hallway to heal, and repeat. Eventually I got through the horde, found the ship coordinates, and picked up the next artifact and added it to the collection. My next task was to locate Barrett. I found him being held hostage in the clutches of Matsura the Grim. Matsura went down with just 2 hits, so I'm not sure how he got that nickname. KO! On the way to the next artifact, I ran into Andreja, whose MO is to shoot first and ask questions later.
Don't come any closer. Identify yourself.
While investigating the gravitational anomaly, I got wrecked by the local fauna. After a couple of attempts, I just ran past them into the temple and learned how to use the Force. After picking up the next artifact on planet Aquila, I had a run-in with the Shaw gang. They looked hungry, and there were plenty of knuckle sandwiches to go around. Up next was a trip to Neon to purchase another artifact. The meetup was at the nightclub, and let's just say that the DJ wasn't the only one with hits that evening. With my ship impounded by Slayton, I headed over to his office, and everyone from the janitor up to the CEO caught these hands. I followed up on a few leads, encountered a couple of Starborn, and smashed the like button, I mean their skulls, and picked up a couple more artifacts. Aboard the scow, the eccentric Captain Petrov wouldn't part with his precious, so I had to knock some sense into him. I made things much harder for myself by not accepting his surrender. Now there was no way I was getting off the ship peacefully, so I had to take on the entire crew. I returned to the lodge shortly before the hunter attacked. I landed a couple of punches, then ran away with the others. Next, I landed on Earth, entered the NASA facility, and beat up a robot for taking all of our jobs. After I grabbed the artifact, I sparred with a couple of Starborn and made a run for the door. When I got outside, I listened to the hunter and emissary just to reject them both.
Well, look at that. The emissary just became my new best friend.
Up next was Entangled. Thanks to cellular regeneration, I was able to naturally recover from poisoning by those pesky bugs. The EM damage from neurostrikes was great for knocking out the robots as well. I turned off the switches, picked up the artifact, and all that was left was the final mission. I set a course for Masada 3, arrived in orbit, and took out the ships. During the first fight, I sustained multiple injuries, including a self-inflicted sprain after jumping off the ledge. After a quick detour to heal up, I returned to the planet and continued to fight toward the final confrontation. Let's just say that my first few attempts to defeat both the Hunter and Emissary did not go so well. I loaded up a previous save right before the battle and grinded some more levels until I maxed out stealth and concealment. I returned to the temple and had better success this time since I was harder to detect and dealt 10 times normal damage from sneak attacks. I took out the Hunter first, then a few locations later, smoked the Emissary, and that's how I ran into a game-breaking bug.
Damn it, Verdict! This is all your fault somehow. I just know it.
If you see the quest marker appear outside the building, that is a strong indication that the bug may occur. The solution was to simply load a save from before that last location and finish the fight from there. And that's how I beat Starfield with only physical skills. This playthrough was a lot of fun to make, and I've got some more Starfield challenges in the works. Check out this video on screen now for another Starfield challenge run.
If we do not see each other again, goodbye, Captain. From a statistical standpoint, you have been an unusually effective member of this team.